Welcome to VSU Today, your source for news and information at Virginia State University. I'm your host, Daphne Maxwell Reed. On today's show, we take you inside the School of Agriculture, home of Randolph Farm, an agricultural learning center used for research and education at Virginia State University. Randolph Farm provides an exceptional learning experience for students seeking careers in agriculture, veterinary medicine, and more. The experts on Randolph Farm are also reaching out to local farmers to help improve their work and their profits.
Virginia State University's Small Ruminants program is helping students and farmers to become experts in working with a unique group of animals at Randolph Farm, the university's sprawling agricultural education center. Small ruminants are mammals that digest a plant-based diet by creating and chewing cud. This category includes goats and sheep, which animal care supervisor Jody Collins says are a great choice for small farms.
The small farm is a great place for small ruminants because they have a short generation interval. That means that they have their babies in 5 months, and that allows them to reproduce more rapidly than, say, a cow, which takes more land and is slower to reproduce.
The program began in 1992 with the goal of researching goats. It has since expanded to include hair sheep. And the friendly new kid on the block? Alpacas.
Alpacas are raised primarily for their fiber, and they get shorn once a year. The heat can be really rough on them, so we take their fleece off, usually at the beginning of May.
Most of the fleece is sent to labs for analysis as part of the university's research. But because of a favorite hobby, Stein has been happy to take some of the work home with her.
I have taken the raw fleece, and it goes through a process of what it's called carding, and then I spin it on a spindle and then use it to knit products.
While the alpaca's end product is fleece for keeping people warm, the other animals are bred primarily for their meat. But Extension Specialist Dr. Joseph Trischler says they all benefit from the research that shows farmers how to keep them well-fed and healthy.
The two biggest issues that they have in raising animals: control of their internal parasites, partly because over the last 3 or 4 decades, all the worming medications that control the parasites have been abused and they no longer work. The other issue that small farmers have is the cost of nutrition. So we work strongly with them to try and develop cost-effective nutrition programs and strategic programs to control their internal parasites.
In order to control those issues in their own flocks, specialists at the farm thoroughly examine the animals for any signs of trouble.
We weigh animals routinely to check for their general well-being. We take fecal samples to determine the levels of parasites in the animals, and we also do a visual check of their eyelids, which is called the Famacha system, to determine whether they're showing any clinical signs of the parasites.
In addition to teaching the current best ways to care for these animals, the faculty and staff are always researching to find improvements.
6517.
Because these animals are growing in popularity in niche markets, Dr. Trischler says that the university sometimes has to prepare students and farmers for the realities of raising them.
Too often people feel that farming is simplistic. Farming is a business. Farming takes time and effort to work.
Students have found plenty to keep them busy on the farm as they get hands-on experience to prepare them for their own careers in agriculture. Research specialist Dr. Stefan Vilda says they do it all.
And these students become involved in our daily activities, but we also provide them with an exposure to research.
Collins says that most of the students aren't actually planning to become farmers, but need the experience and insight for another kind of career.
Most of them tend to be wanting to go to vet school, and this is a great place for them to get hands-on learning opportunities.
Local farmers like John Smith are seeing smoother production and higher profits by using what they've learned from the program.
Well, it gave me basic information to help me improve what I was doing with my animals and improve the improve my management mostly.
Smith sells different types of livestock on his farm, including goats, to meet the demand in a growing ethnic meat market.
And we sell meat goats, plus we have a breeding stock herd where we sell purebred breeding stock. Our primary focus is on the Kikos. It's a breed of goats basically developed in New Zealand. And we also have a few Katahdin hair sheep that we're just starting with now.
Smith says the help he has received from Virginia State University has given him the tools to improve his day-to-day work.
I'm guessing it helped me become a little more profitable. You know, it improved what I was doing and made me a better producer, better manager for my animals.
For VSU Today, I'm Jesse Vaughn.
As many gardeners know, freezing temperatures can ruin a harvest, but they don't have to. Virginia State University's Cooperative Extension program is experimenting with the use of high tunnels. Now, these structures are designed to protect crops from freezing weather that is inhospitable to many plants. It's a tool for extending the farm season, which in turn boosts profitability.
At Randolph Farm, Virginia State University's 416-acre agricultural learning center, horticultural experts are using research-based practical management information to help small-scale farmers grow more productive and profitable crops.
We are going to have a new shoot coming up.
According to horticultural extension specialist Dr. Reza Ralfi, growers enjoy bigger, more diverse crops and higher profits when they use methods that have been tested and proven through rigorous research.
To be able to really help growers to improve their yield and quality of the food that they provide to consumers is extremely important to be able to provide them with research-based information.
Research specialist Chris Mullins says the university can help farmers with a variety of issues that affect the profitability of their businesses.
We've seen a lot of berry producers that we work with are direct marketing their products, either at roadside stand or farmers markets right from the farm, that because of some of the systems we've helped them with, they've been able to increase their profit.
One of the research-based methods taught in the program uses protective shelters called high tunnels.
This high tunnel has got some white guava, a real tropical fruit.
These plastic-covered tubular steel structures protect crops from pests, diseases, and extreme weather.
The concept of high tunnel is a simple structure that would allow growers to be able to extend their production season starting from March and all the way to December.
Let's look inside and see what's happening in here.
That means a longer growing season for crops that need several months to thrive, crops like ginger.
If we grow ginger inside the high tunnel, it would allow us to extend the production season and start harvesting beautiful Virginia-grown ginger.
With the aid of these high tunnels, the university has successfully cultivated crops that typically do well only in tropical climates, including a melon-like fruit that is highly sensitive to frost and had never been grown in Virginia before.
Last year we were able to grow and harvest the first Virginia-grown papaya. It was very good, well received by many of chefs, local chefs that they tried. So we are very excited about growing papaya. These are the papaya plant that we have in here.
Although the high tunnel made papaya a hot crop for Virginia State University farmers to grow, the most popular fruits promoted at the farm are berries.
I think berry is actually one of the main crops that we are promoting and doing research and extension project at Virginia State University. Berry crops are really hot crops in a sense that all of the berries, including raspberry, blackberry, blueberry, strawberries, these are considered some of the crops with high level of antioxidant. The market is very hot, the consumers are looking for berries, so we are very excited to be able to provide research-based information to our growers to be able to grow berry.
Of course, farmers aren't the only ones learning from all of this research at the farm.
Good quality, the quality is improving.
University students are using this knowledge to prepare for their own careers in the changing world of agriculture.
Students can come out here and work, and this acts as a learning laboratory for them.
While Virginia State University is breaking new grounds by growing alternative crops, small farmers like Marvin Thornton are learning and benefiting from their knowledge.
When you have no instructions, little instructions, it's important that you partner with someone. So I'm partnering with Virginia State, hoping that it turns out to be a success.
Dr. Ralphie invited him along on a trip to study raspberry crops in Mexico.
Right now, I'm trying to emulate growing raspberries close to Mexico. Raspberries in Mexico are this big, and the ones in the United States, of course, are very small.
Because of his work with the university, Thornton says he has benefited not only from the knowledge of instructors, but also from other farmers and plenty of hands-on experience.
Virginia State University right now is in the right place at the right time for the food industry. Everyone wants to have as natural a food as possible. They want it to be as pure, as organic as possible. So getting that helping hand or someone looking over your shoulder to assist you is really the ultimate that you can ask for.
When we come back, Virginia State University takes the lead on helping farmers with limited resources.
We can build a better world.
At Virginia State University, we prepare students for rewarding careers in the agricultural business,
animal science,
Pre-vet, plant, soil, and environmental sciences,
dietetics, family and consumer science,
textile and apparel merchandising.
We provide rewarding careers in nutrition, hospitality management,
agricultural education,
and government.
Our agricultural research program seeks new knowledge to enhance productivity and profitability,
while protecting our environment.
That's what we do.
That's what I do.
At our Virginia State University.
And my VSU.
together we can build.
We can build.
We can build a better world.
Welcome back. Our next story takes a look at Virginia State University's Cooperative Extension Aquaculture program, designed to educate farmers, community leaders, and students to understand issues pertaining to alternative farming.
Aquaculture is farming the waters. It's like 3/4 of a pound.
Aquaculture places Virginia State University among the leaders in helping farmers with limited resources.
What we do, we show fish farmers how to raise catfish for their own use.
The university has a 57-pond facility at Randolph Farm, and its faculty includes 2 aquaculturalists. Dr. Brian Neary is an aquaculture extension specialist, and Dr. David Crosby is a fish health expert.
You can see their little eyes.
Here at Virginia State University, my position as extension specialist is to work with limited resource farmers and to try to show the economic development that's possible using their aquatic resources.
What I do here at the farm, I work with channel catfish, and with channel catfish I show farmers how to raise them. So these troughs right here, we put our eggs in, and how to produce baby catfish so they can stock in their pond, so they can raise them up to a size that can be sold to market for restaurants, general public, so folks can have a nice, good catfish meal at the end of the day.
Let me get in the water down there, Sheldon, okay? And you guys can work the mud lines or the float lines.
Dr. Neary is responsible for teaching small, limited resource farmers to raise channel catfish, tilapia, rainbow trout, hybrid striped bass, and freshwater shrimp.
Every aspect of that product's life is controlled. We know where they come from, we know the water that they're raised in, we know what they've been eating. We are able to trace every step in that production process so we can assure the consumer that it's the highest quality product that they can consume.
Freshwater fish go through several stages. It takes about 2 years to properly raise them on an aqua farm.
Harvest time, once they reach market size, we have, if they're stocked directly into a pond, we have a large net. We will corral the fish, lift them out of the water, and move them in water to a processing facility or to another location. So we keep the fish in a healthy environment throughout their entire production system.
Dead fish don't make money. Live fish does. And what I do is show farmers how to maintain a healthy catfish that will not get sick or die from diseases.
One local farmer didn't know anything about fish farming before collaborating with Virginia State University. He's now in the business of selling the products to make a living.
Approximately 6 years ago, I seen an ad in the paper about the field day events going on at Virginia State University, so I made plans to attend. It really got me kind of thinking, so I cleared some land and I dug some ponds, and with the help of Virginia State University, I started producing freshwater prawns, which are shrimp.
We're looking for opportunities to help maintain the quality so that what the farmers offer to the consumer are a higher quality, or quality is maintained for a longer period of time. It's better for the farmer because they could sell more product, better for the consumer because then they know they're getting a safe product.
Virginia State University is not only working with farmers, but is also inspiring students. Recent graduate Sheldon Watkins believes he's gained the knowledge needed to be successful in freshwater fish farming.
Virginia State helps a lot of the farmers who have limited resources. And the knowledge that we gain from here, we take out into the community. And like you said, say a farmer has a little bit of land, maybe 5 acres. He's able to dig a pond, then we can take our resources that we've learned from doing it for years and years out here and give it to him to where he can have an established and successful business as far as raising catfish, hybrid striped bass, or freshwater shrimp.
And from here, they're moved to the processing thing.
I work with students and have a chance to bring them into extension work, so they not only learn in the classroom, but they also can see how real life aquaculture activity takes place.
When we return, Virginia State University's School of Agriculture partners with a Richmond community church to feed the homeless.
We can build a better world.
At Virginia State University, we prepare students for rewarding careers as outstanding teachers,
outstanding engineers, outstanding computer scientists,
mathematicians,
chemists, journalists, outstanding business leaders,
Outstanding agriculturalists,
psychologists,
sociologists,
historians. We are putting more professionals back into our community.
We need extraordinary judges,
extraordinary public administrators, extraordinary military leaders.
At Virginia State University, we offer superior programs at the baccalaureate, master's, and doctoral degree levels.
That's what we do.
That's what I do.
at our Virginia State University.
At my VSU.
We can build a better world.
Thanks for coming back. Building a better world since 1882 is part of Virginia State University's new initiative under the leadership of President Keith Miller. That ideal is clearly seen inside the School of Agriculture, where research specialists are teaching a Richmond community church how to grow organic food.
Oh, I know you've been helping with the whole garden.
Virginia State University is showing members of one Richmond community how to grow organic fruits and vegetables.
Let's look at the runners on these strawberries a minute, Layla.
The 31st Street Baptist Church is located in the Churchill area of Richmond. The pastor of the church, Morris Henderson, says that their garden started with a vision.
The vision came to start a garden, a community garden, where we would be able to teach the homeless and the hungry. The old adage about you can give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, you show him how to fish, you can feed him for a lifetime. And so we wanted to give them the opportunity to actually learn, to have the hands-on experience of growing fruits and vegetables for themselves.
If we look back across here at these raised beds,
the university's role in teaching the church community how to grow fresh food is under the guidance of university agricultural specialist Andy Hankins.
What I was able to bring to the project is just a professional level of knowledge and background in actually how garden vegetables can be easily grown here at in this beautiful garden. And once the vine starts to turn yellow, that'll be the time to...
Hankins teaches church volunteers how to grow and nurture the organic food.
Even from the beginning, this is an organic vegetable garden. When you put product like this in the soil, That organic matter really helps the crops grow. There are no use of pesticides. We're not using insecticides or fungicides or herbicides to control the insects, diseases, and weeds.
According to Hankins, Virginia State University agriculture specialists usually work with farmers.
Did you help put the pine tags down?
However, in this case, that service has found its way into the Richmond community.
We've served the rural farmers for a long, long time. That's the traditional agriculture extension program. It's a new frontier for us to reach urban farmers, and I think it'll grow.
Hankins says this Virginia State University outreach program to teach an urban community to grow its own food is taking on a new frontier, saving money.
We're saving the church money by having a lot of vegetable grown in the garden donated to the nutrition program, that the lunch that they serve every day.
Volunteers in this church community not only learn to grow vegetables, but they reap the rewards of sharing and caring for those in need.
The homeless and hungry who are benefiting from the Virginia State University partnership with the church to grow the organic garden get a wholesome meal.
Is that enough? Yes. Okay.
The organic food used to feed the homeless is prepared fresh every day.
They may not have enough money to buy them lunch, so they come here for a meal. We just want to make sure everybody gets a nice balanced meal, a healthy meal, and it's a fresh meal.
Food Services Director Yvonne Jones says she wishes other communities could work to partner in helping those in need in this way by providing a fresh, balanced, and healthy meal.
I think it's an outstanding program. I wish more people participated in what we're doing and what we're about. We're about trying to help people, help our community, and it's basically what the church is about, doing what we can for our community and our church membership.
Church community members refer to those who benefit from the outreach program and partnership as clients. This former client still comes to show her support.
I participate because, first of all, I love helping people. Because it could be me.
Since coming here, this program has made an impact on Joyce's life.
For those who don't have and can't get, this church is just helping,
Helping people is what the partnership with Virginia State University is all about. It ties into their university-wide initiative to build a better world.
And building a better world, you don't do it at the macro level, you do it at the micro level. And what Virginia State is very good is coming in and putting hands-on in the community where people feel the immediate impact and effects on their lives. And I think that's vastly important.
When people find out that I'm the president of Virginia State University, they often ask, what's so great about VSU? Well, I remind them that we've been building a better world since 1882. That's why I became president, to continue this legacy of preparing future leaders, to be competitive in a challenging and ever-changing global society. That's who we are, that's how we've always been. Committed. Yes, absolutely committed to building a better world.
Welcome back. In the spotlight, Dr. Jewel Hairston, Interim Dean for the School of Agriculture at Virginia State University.
You will be prepared for more than 200 careers. Agriculture is a leading economic driver in the world. It's the #1 industry in the state of Virginia. Between agriculture and forestry, it's a $79 billion industry which prepares people for more than 350,000 jobs in the state of Virginia. We have class sizes that are very manageable that allow us to provide those real-life practical experiences. We offer paid internships, and we currently offer scholarships, but are working even more so to provide full scholarships and paid experiences for young people because money is a very important factor. Being able to do that also not only pays for the education, but it allows for them to get paid learning experiences that are going to prepare them once they graduate to be marketable in their careers. We have teachers who are very dedicated, very focused, and we also have research scientists and extension faculty who work alongside our academic faculty to enrich the lives of our students through various experiences. Human ecology, life sciences, those are those things that we focus on in addition to traditional agriculture. Not only the food production, but the fiber. Our textiles, apparel, and merchandising management program relates to the fashion industry. Our hospitality management program relates to travel and industry and food, culinary management. Our family and consumer sciences programs, families, very important. We do work in child development. We train child care providers. Students can come here and they can get a teacher endorsement in family and consumer sciences. Also in our extension program, we focus on nutrition, we focus on housing, we focus on financial education. And our 4-H youth development program, preparing tomorrow's leaders in science, technology, engineering, and math. We want our young people to come and connect with us through our 4-H program and become tomorrow's leaders. At Virginia State University, we're enhancing the lives of students through 3 basic ways: preparing leaders, preparing entrepreneurs, and giving real life experience. So it's good to be prepared for a career and go in and work. That's wonderful, that's a wonderful thing. It's even better to be prepared to be a leader, but it's even more powerful to be a job creator. And so preparing our students in the area of entrepreneurship, where they're empowered to employ themselves and others and contribute to the nation's economy, that's where you have strength and power. And then that real life practical experience that we provide, whether it's on our research farm, whether it's working with our research scientists and our extension professionals, that's where you get students who are really prepared once they graduate to enter the world of work and become the leaders and the entrepreneurs that they're meant to be. Some of our new initiatives for the coming year include the goal of not only being the premier school on the campus of Virginia State University, but being a lead agricultural school in the nation, doubling our enrollment within the next couple of years, and refocusing our majors so that they're very marketable and they make students competitive once they graduate.
Well, that does it for this edition of VSU Today, your source for news and information at Virginia State University. I'm your host, Daphne Maxwell Reed. And for more information on Virginia State University, go to www.vsu.edu. See you next time.